Charting Horse Value, and I'm going to talk today about the most important columns in this whole spreadsheet: PFDS odds, best odds, and value. My website, my product, it's called Charting Horse Value. And so how do I come up with this thing called value? And I come up with it based on this odds line, PFDS odds. This is the original system I developed. And basically I'm trying to come up with a fair odds line looking at every past performance that the horse has, okay? And I adjust that odds line based on recency, based on pace, fitness, distance, surface, based on their weight. It all gets factored into this PFDS odds. And so in this race, the horse with the lowest PFDS odds is Well Spent, okay, at 2.9 to 1. And second best is Love Me Some Me at 3.1 to 1. Okay, so theoretically, if the horses went off at longer odds, at higher odds than PFDS odds, you would be getting an overlay. Okay, now, way back when I invented this system in the 90s, that's all I had. And I literally went to the track, and I had this column printed out, and I was just looking for overlays, okay? Obviously, a lot has changed in horse racing since then, but it is still critical that we identify when horses are going off at odds that are better than their chance of winning, higher odds than their chance of winning, and that's always that represents value. Now, I don't know what odds these horses are going to go off at post time. But, so for now, what I do is I compare this PFDS odds to the morning line, and that gives me my value score. Okay? So, for example, Thunder Love is a 4.6 to 1. That is better than 6 to 1. Okay? Let's see if I can, look at this guy, Smokin' Willie. PFDS odds of 1.9 to 1. That is much better than 5 to 1. So that's $23 of value. Okay, but then I have this thing called best odds. Now, best odds is a way of identifying, is the horse improving? Maybe the horse is declining, or maybe the horse is coming back to a much better scenario, or at least has the potential to come back to another scenario. And so a few things you can get by comparing these two. And sometimes you'll find really good long shots. So like in this race 5, Jungle Juice is 16 to 1 PFDS odds. Okay. So big long shot. But the horse is coming off second or third off the layoff. Horse is eligible to improve. Maybe coming back also even to a distance or surface that's more favorable. And when I isolate on that more favorable race, the horse is very competitive at 3 to 1. So when I come up with this value column, I'm looking at the lowest of these two. So 3 to 1 compared to 6 to 1, you get $13 of value. Okay. Obviously, if I only looked at PFDS odds, this horse would be a no bet. 16 to 1 compared to 6 to 1, I wouldn't touch it. So be careful a little bit when you look at this value column. Look at what's driving the value. Is it the PFDS odds? Is it the best odds? Is it both? Like, let's take a look at Thunder Love again. 6 to 1. 4.6 PFDS, and then improves to 3.3 on best odds. That's a really good sign. And so I'll take the 3.3, compare that to 6. I get $14 of value. That's the best in the race. And by the way, this value column, you can compare races to each other. This is a $23 value. Here's a $15 value. Here's a $24 value. You can compare the values across races. The bigger the score, the better. And a score, I'll just tell you right now, a good thumb rule, a score of 10 or more on value is significant. A score like a 3, that's pretty insignificant. A 2, very insignificant. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about. PFDS odds, best odds, trying to find overlays, trying to find horses improving or declining, trying to find long shots, trying to find value. Thank you very much.